If you're still playing Fallout 76, then you're special. And we want to take advantage of just how special we think you are. We here at Bethesda have already given our incredible community of fans, an amazing, bug-free game, quality duffel bag, a patented mold-free helmet, and a high-quality rum to ease the pain. But now, we're going further. We knew we could dig deeper and find more ways to charge people for Fallout 76. And today we're introducing the next step in the total destruction of our legacy, Fallout Worst. Now you can abandon your last bit of self-respect and dignity and pay us monthly to play the game that critics called appalling, a complete meme. Is this some sort of April Fool's joke? For the low price of $99 per year so you can... Fallout Worst. Pay us.
Hello everyone, we are here again, once again
Sam, please be wearing your official Fallout 76 uniform.
Very true.
That's better.
Holy shit, that's
now
magic.
You look ready to answer questions. Sam, let me ask you this important question.
I'm ready.
Okay?
Tell me.
You've got a choice of how you spend your $15 a month, okay? I'm gonna give you three choices. Number one, you can get Netflix, a service that provides you thousands of different shows from all around the world on demand. You can play on any device.
And some chill, potentially.
And some, well, not for you, let's be real, but for some other people, yes, okay?
Fine. Yep.
Option two, Sam, Xbox Game Pass, giving you access to dozens and dozens of high-quality games, including Obsidian's new Outer Worlds, the game that has recently torn it up on Metacritic.
I feel like the Metacritic score's a bit high on that one. Like, what's the other options?
Don't worry, if it's low Metacritic, I got you covered.
Okay, yep.
Option three, Fallout 76 1-year subscription.
Yeah, what do you get?
So you get this.
Okay.
Some shitty cosmetics.
Okay, good. Yes. Buggy as hell, I'm sure. Tell me.
Some emotes.
Ah, yes, okay. What else?
The self-loathing that comes with the knowledge that you are still playing and supporting Fallout 76.
And the social embarrassment of telling people that you're playing Fallout and paying monthly for it. Oh, you had me at.
Here we go. Pay us.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Guys, usually when an online game is bombing, it goes free to play.
That's the strat.
That's what you do.
That was the old strat, I should say.
It is the old. It's so old school.
It's so 2017.
It really is. Ugh. What you need to do when your game is bombing and everyone hates it is you start charging a fucking fortune for it so that people think it's good. It's like Fire Festival, right? It's like you charge $10,000 a ticket because then people think it's good.
So
and when they
true.
get there and they realize it's garbage, they're like, hey man, it's too late.
Weird.
I like it. I think it's the way to go. I mean,
is.
if only a company would come out and start doing a subscription service after they had the worst launch in history and the buggiest game I've ever seen.
Yes.
If only a game would do that. Is there a game that does that?
Today's your lucky day, Sam.
I'm a loser.
Here we go. Pay us.
Yep, still a loser.
Guys, this story I couldn't believe. I was going to sleep last night at like 2 a.m. after uploading my Outer Worlds review. Check it out on Shilla, by the way.
Please don't.
What a great game, can I say? What a great game.
I thought you were going to be like, what a great review.
No.
I thought you were going to go there.
Well, yes. What a great game, though. Like, honestly, if you are at all interested in the Outer Worlds, just go and get it. It's just fantastic. And I was like, just going through comments and like drifting off, and I'm like, oh, I better check the news before bed, 2 a.m. And then I'm like,
what is that joke? What is that? What is that?
It's hard to believe that Bethesda and Fallout has put a wrong foot here because in reality, I mean, it's a perfect track record, this whole entire game, okay?
With that beautiful montage, good job by the way, Sam, behind us, it's very easy to remember just how much of a train wreck this game has already been. recently, Bethesda put out an announcement being like, hey guys, Fallout 76, it's still a thing. However, we have to delay our Wastelanders update. The very ambitious update where they add human NPCs to the game.
It's coming, people.
It's huge. It's massive.
God of War, move over, dude.
That's
like,
right.
This is like innovation at its finest.
Correct. So they're going to delay that. Fair enough, I say. They're going to delay that. But they said, look, we heard what you said about, what we offer in the Atomic Shop. We heard that you really liked the utility items, so we had to pivot on our approach.
And give you more shit to buy.
Correct.
In the friggin' store, everybody.
They didn't want to do it, guys. They only wanted to sell cosmetics, but you forced them to.
The
You
data.
are the ones that forced them to sell cosmetics in the shop. You should be ashamed.
I mean, I totally get it. There's plenty of data out there, I'm sure. People knocking at Bethesda's door saying, please charge us more in the shop. I mean, it's a thing. I totally get it, guys.
And with that data behind them, Bethesda sat down and they really said, we can go further. We really need to push ourselves. Our players demand that we provide new ways to charge them for things. And they came through big time here. The 1-year annual subscription to Fallout 76 is called Fallout 76 First.
Which
Which
it should
we
have
are
been
calling
worst.
Fallout 76 Worst, okay?
Because it's the worst moment I've ever seen in the Fallout saga.
I really don't think that joke needs to be explained, Sam.
Sorry, I
I'm
just
pretty
thought
sure people understood the
thought it was
concept
pretty
of worst.
upper brow, of course.
I know what you're saying. You're so smart.
What is that joke?
Okay, so you might be wondering what this actually contains. Let us take you through it very briefly. First of all, it contains icons and emotes.
Great.
I
mean,
Fantastic.
every player's like, well, don't worry about the skins or the the mods or whatever. I just want to know what the friggin' emotes are going to look like.
Well, it's funny you mentioned skins because they're also selling the Ranger armor outfit.
That's
now,
like the armor, right?
this
That
is-
people want.
This is the armor that the community has been begging for forever. They're like, when are you going to add this to the game? We desperately want these. Going on the Fallout 76 subreddit is so sad, by the way, because you're talking about a bunch of people that are finally realizing that Bethesda is bad. It's hilarious. Like, I feel sad for this subreddit because they're like, I feel so betrayed.
And the
by
thing
this
is, there's going to
announcement.
be
Do you know what I mean?
more people that still like, guys, no, there's so much value here. Like,
There
what
are
you
so many of those
talking
people
about?
on the Fallout 76 subreddit. It's astounding. They're like, I'm just going to choose not to buy it. Or I think that's a really good deal. What do you say to these people? Anyway,
They're
so,
definitely the special bunch.
yeah,
okay?
they are very special. So you get that armor kit. It's the Ranger armor, blah, blah, blah. You also get 1,650 atoms per month. Now,
Alright, so
the
that- yeah,
special
yeah.
audacity of this is that you're spending like $100 a year on Fallout 76 on top of buying the game, and you still don't get access to all of the
skins.
cosmetics.
Yeah,
you
it
still
should be
need to buy
like,
more.
okay, number one, I thought it should have been free to play. If they're going to be giving you some shitty monthly subscription, it should be free to play. At the very least, give you all the goddamn cosmetics. And look, if you look at the cash shop, a lot of these skins or whatever are about 800 atoms or whatever. To get a spray on top of your power armor, that's 1,850.
Yes.
So you're still not even getting enough to get one spray per month.
It looks to me as though the most expensive items are 1,800 atoms, and they're giving you 1,650 every month. So they're giving you just the right amount to make sure you have to just top up a little bit, just
standard.
Just Bethesda, man.
Yeah, just Bethesda, really. And then on top of that, you get, of course, survival things with you get a tent
Yep.
that you can actually put out in the world. It's almost like a second camp. It's a huge part of the game to know you can go back to this tent, fast travel, and store your items and all this
Yep.
kind of stuff. Like
Repair, blah, blah, blah.
It's like a basic part of a game. Why is that part of
It's-
a monthly subscription?
It makes your Fallout 76 experience far better if you have access to this thing.
We thought
Furthermore-
fridges were bad.
That's
Okay.
right. They were just getting warmed up. But the last
Nice
thing...
fun. Liked it. Nice.
Thank
You
The
didn't
la-
even know
I
you
didn't
had
even know
that.
I did that.
There we go.
The last thing, though, is the inclusion of private worlds. Now, this is where it gets incredibly memey. So we were talking... So Bethesda back at the beginning of the Fallout 76 announcement said we will have private servers at some point and we will have mods, right? What we learned is that the private servers exist. You will have to pay for them, okay?
Yep.
Which is not an unheard of thing in general. But what we learned is that it's not really like hiring a server, like in other games where it's persistent and it's always online and other people can access it. What it is you need to have a subscription to this Fallout Worst thing, and then that allows you to access and spin up a private server whenever you like. Up to 7 other people can join you. These servers can only hold 8 people. That's like a Super Smash Brothers match.
It honestly is.
Seriously, I've paid like Halo.
Counter-Strike had more people in it, for God's sakes.
Anyway, 7. You can only have 8 people on these massive like maps. 8 people wandering around like, where is everyone? Anyway, turns out what happens when the person who is a subscriber to Fallout Worst leaves. unless someone else on that server is a subscriber, that server is collapsed and it closes down.
It Fallout black holes, okay? It does the Fortnite black hole.
I cannot, like, the idea that they're selling access to servers and these servers are not persistent servers, and the idea that if people leave those servers, if there's no paid, this whole thing is madness. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this.
This is the worst thing that they've done. Like, genuinely, like, okay,
No question.
The duffel kerfuffle was one thing. That bullshit thing, they didn't have enough canvas and shit. The moldy helmets, that was like a third party like manufacturer or whatever. The buggy game was worse enough, okay? But this thing is like, we know we've got a disgustingly shitty product. Sure, we've been trying to work on it, but it is in no state at all. No state at all
bad.
for getting some sort of monthly subscription.
So bad.
We're going to give you a monthly subscription. It's not going to go free to play. We're going to give you shitty things that should be basically in the game, like the tent and just quality of life things, and not even give you like cosmetics that are free. It just, the list goes on in terms of like how this is such a slap in the face for people that have been continuing to play, and the brand in
So
general.
disgusting.
Like it's just so broken. They never can make a Fallout ever again, but they can. But it's going to take 10 or 15 years, people, until the next Fallout.
A lot of people are liking this to the Elder Scrolls Online sort of like thing that they do and whatever else. Look, you know, Elder Scrolls Online, a lot of people speak very highly of as a good, competent
different
MMO
situation.
with a lot of content, with very regular updates. It's a vastly different situation to compare this absolutely garbage tier, anemic, non-existent product that doesn't even have like human NPCs to an actual functional MMO like Elder Scrolls. I'll also make the point, the fucking balls on this company. They like delayed their update for Wastelanders, but they didn't delay the subscription package. The smart thing to do would be like, guys, we've got a big content drop here, you know, Wasteland update, it's very exciting, and we're also offering this thing. And we'll kind of smooth it over. Like, people are like, well, you know, the balls on this company, they're like,
almost heaven, West Virginia.
But like, all jokes aside, like, I have to ask the question, why would they do this, right? Is it because they have no IP coming up for the next like 2 years? They've got Doom, fine, next year, fine. But in reality, the last 3 or 4 titles that they brought out now, Fallout, we've had Wolfenstein, we've had something else too, what else? Oh, Rage 2. These weren't giant hits, they weren't massive successes, and they're not titles that are going to be pumping money into this company for the next couple of years.
I think it's better to think of this as specific to Bethesda Game Studios rather than Bethesda Publishing. And we have to remember that Bethesda Game Studios does not have a major game coming out anytime soon. So we're talking Starfield is still a long ways off. They only showed us a logo at last year's E3.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls is even further away than that. They've made that very
we just
clear.
saw literally some terrain. Like,
Yeah,
it's not there yet.
It's nothing. So you have to think that this is how they plan to keep their cash flow moving in the next little while. So they are willing to completely sell out their franchise. And look, just more broadly, like it's, you know, I was saying on Twitter, I don't think I've ever seen a collapse of a video game brand as dramatic as this in the entire time I've played video games. I mean, yeah, there's like Konami and whatever
and
else.
Blizzard at the moment
and
going
EA,
through their own
like
problems.
everyone goes through their own kind of downhill. A lot of them go through their downhill trends or whatever. But this company, in the space of 12 months, like consider this: 12 months ago, Fallout 76 was not out. We were still excited about it. I was actually an active like advocate of Bethesda. I'm like, look, they make some mistakes, but they really, you know, they make some cool games, and I really respect that they try and whatever else. I loved Arcane's work with Dishonored, and you know, I loved Wolfenstein series. I was like, this studio, it's imperfect, or this publisher, they're okay though.
I remember going to E3 last year, and we're like, you know what, like, there was an energy in the room of a lot of dedicated, hardcore people that understood that sure, some of their games might have been buggy, but they were trying extremely hard to, you know, present innovation in the industry, like, you know, Skyrim and whatever. Like, these games were big, bold statements that they were trying to do, and it just all collapsed. It was like, no one's going to put up with this buggy shit anymore now, because it's coupled with an evil monetization and a product that was beyond buggy. Like, it was just so unfinished that people had had enough.
I literally, within the space of 12 months, have gone from really liking Bethesda to actively despising this garbage company, and I really wish that like Fallout as a license and all their licenses are just sold off to some other developer that is good and that I can respect, because I have no respect for it whatsoever for this company. This company is disgusting. disgusting at this point. Like, beyond disgusting. It's just...
I really think it comes down to they're probably worried about their future, long-term strategy of making sure they got money coming into this company because they don't have anything for a while, guys. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens with this. But
I can't wait to see what happens next with this. We always think we're done with this story, but it just keeps pulling us back in. Fallout 76, ladies and gentlemen. Fallout Worst is available at your local garbage scam retailer. Scam now. Scam it now.
Goodbye.
Go get scammed.
Whoa, what? No way, man. Whoa, what? No way, man. Whoa, what? No way, man. Whoa, what?